Ringette Canada is proud to present the National Ringette League live from Montreal. Welcome back. We are here at Gabois Sports Complex in Montreal, kicking off Game 2 of Montreal's hub this weekend. We have the Rive-Sud Revolution facing off against the Eastern Ontario Capitals. Both teams have just hit the ice for warm-up. We have our visiting team, Rive-Sud, in red, and our home team, the Eastern Ontario Capitals, in blue. Coaching staff for Rive-Sud Revolution, head coach Luc Plante, assisted by Marilyn Dion.
We did our best. So yes, new look here for the Eastern Ontario Capitals, previously known as the Nepean Ravens, new jerseys and everything. Very exciting matchup today.
If you were tuning in previously, we just saw Montreal Mission face off against the Atlantic Attack in a very exciting game that ended 7-6 for Montreal in the last 9 seconds of the game. Now we're looking for a second very exciting matchup. Rive-Sud Revolution took home a bronze medal last year in the Canadian Ringette Championships. And like Ashlyn was just mentioning, the Eastern Ontario Capitals, well, they were playing as the Nepean Ravens, are a new team name introduced into the National Ringette League this year. So we're very excited to see what they bring.
So like Megan mentioned a little bit earlier, we are on Game 2 of the Montreal hub here in Montreal, Quebec for the National Ringette League. There's a total of 6 games this weekend. When we are looking at the schedule right now, we are at the Eastern Ontario Capitals versus Rive-Sud Revolution. There'll be a bit of a break between the games, and we'll be back at 5 p.m. at Rive-Sud Revolution and Atlantic Attack.
And so here you'll see up on the screen the logos, the new logo we were just talking about for the Eastern Ontario Capitals, facing off against Rive-Sud Revolution.
We've got 2 minutes here left in the warm-up, and then we'll get started. There'll be a quick national anthem, and then we will get started with this game. Like Megan said, we had an exciting game between Montreal Mission and the Atlantic Attack, down to the last, what was it, 10 seconds?
9.8.
There you go, 9.8 seconds.
So we're going to take a minute here to watch an old legacy video on Ringette. We hope you enjoy.
When Sports Weekend asked me to come and cover Ringette, I had the same question everybody else had. What is Ringette?
I don't know. Do you know what Ringette is?
I really don't know.
I guess something to do with a ball. I don't know. Hey, what do you think?
Girls play it? It's girls hockey. That's what it is. Isn't it?
But the process of moving the ring down the ice is what makes the game of Ringette different. You know, in hockey, they have an offside where a player cannot cross the blue line before the puck. Well, in Ringette, that's out. No player in Ringette may carry the puck across any line. One of the more interesting stories at these championships is about number 2, 17-year-old Brita Lind of Saskatchewan. Through the skills obtained in Ringette, she is looking at a possible scholarship to a university.
Well, I have a chance to go to Harvard, well, to play hockey. The coach phoned me, said that I went first on his recruitment list. And as soon as they heard Canadian and that I once played hockey, they just think that, you know, Wayne Gretzky or something.
One of the big problems in Ringette, we've talked to some of the officials, they'd like to speed up the game. And in order to do that, they may have to go to a shot clock. And we asked Marnie Gutfredson how much this would affect Manitoba's game.
Generally, it will affect the game of Ringette. It'll make it a much faster game. It'll change Manitoba's style, because I know our style does deal with a lot of ring ragging. I think it would be better generally for the game of Ringette. It would speed the game up, and we would just have to learn how to change our style.
Here we see Betty Shields, president of Ringette Canada, present the Jean Sauvé Cup to the Manitoba champions, the girls from Winnipeg. And as we said, 4 times out of 5 years is not bad in any sport. Right back at it in the fall, all winding up with their national championships next year in Regina, Saskatchewan. So from Dollard Des Ormeaux, back to Sports Weekend Control in Toronto.
And we're back, just gearing up for the national anthem before we start this game.
As the players get their helmets back on, we are getting ready to kick off Game 2 of the Montreal Hub for the National Ringette League. Rive-Sud Revolution in the red and the Eastern Ontario Capitals in the navy blue. Very exciting matchup coming up for Game 2 of the weekend. Our officiating staff on the ice, we have Marc Saint-Hilaire and Vincent Moisan joining us. And here we go.
Rive-Sud will take the ring. Cugnal with it. Pass it into Larocque. Number 9, Larocque for Rive-Sud, cycles, drops it to Plante. Just picked off by the Eastern Ontario Capitals, but looks like they were inside the zone.
So just a reminder to everyone, we did play the first game with no shot clock. It looks like we'll be giving this a second attempt here in the second game to play with shot clocks. 30 seconds for teams to get a shot on net.
Larocque, number 9, with the ring shot. Oh, just up off the goalie's glove. Good attempt. Rive-Sud battling alongside the boards to get the ring back, and they will.
So the signal we saw from the referee there was his hands together. That is signaling that one of the players had their hands too low on their ringette stick. When you put your hand too low on the ringette stick, that automatically moves to the other team, which leaves Rive-Sud Revolution with the ring in the offensive zone.
And too low we consider bottom third. Vachon with the ring, dishes it off to Plante. Plante cycling. Drop pass to Larocque. Larocque shot into the pads of the goalie. The Capitals will take it up the ice. Capitals got a little cut up. Rive-Sud will head back in with the ring. Dumont. Dumont cycles. Drops it off to Lavoie. Lavoie down to the corner to Keeble. Keeble back pass to Lavoie. 8 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Tries to get a shot through. Hits off the skates of the Capitals player. Kelly for the Capitals will break up the ice. Kelly dumping it into number 10, Robichaud. Now with the ring. Perreault for the Capitals. Shot just off the pads of the goalie. Capitals still with possession. Number 8, Perreault. Checked off the ring. Picked up by Rive-Sud. Capitals now get it back, looking to enter the zone. Shot. Saved by Evelyn Martel. Larocque for Rive-Sud now with the ring, trying to get out of the zone. Passes it up to number 8, Vachon. The Capitals will pick that up.
2-on-1 coming here for the Capitals.
Cooper now with the ring. Cross number 11 shot. Glove save.
So that is a crease violation. So for those of you who are new to Ringette, the circle that is, or the half circle around the goalie, that is the goalie's crease, and no one can enter. So in this case, the Capitals entered Rive-Sud entered their own goalie crease, which gives the ring to the Capitals.
Number 14 for the Capitals takes the ring, dishes it off to 17, Kelly. Kelly cycles. Pass across, just stick checked by the Rive-Sud player. Shot just wide, picked up by 11, Cugnal for Rive-Sud, looking to get it out, but it will go back to the Capitals, number 14. Shot, doesn't quite make it through. Capitals regain possession. Pass up top, shot just wide of the net. Capitals still now with the ring, number 14. Pass across, shot, quick shot. Good attempt. Rive-Sud will pick it up and break up the ice. Support pass back, Bernard Lacaille. Rive-Sud with the ring into the zone now for Sylvio. They'll look to make a quick change. Larocque with the ring. Looking to shoot. She does. She scores. First goal of the game scored by number 9, Laurence Larocque for Rive-Sud Revolution. Beautiful top corner goal.
Laurence Larocque, also a member of Team Canada going to Worlds, leaving in just 5 days. If you leave a little bit too much space for her, she is going to find the back of the net. Great goal by Laurence.
Yeah, we're going to see the replay here. Larocque came right across the top. Beautiful shot. And Larocque was Rive-Sud's top goal scorer last season, so we can expect to see more of that from her. This now puts Rive-Sud up 1-0, still with 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Lots of Ringette left to be played. Capitals now looking to respond. Pass in, shot, just missed. Number 8 will get the reset off the goalie's pads. Rive-Sud will keep possession. Larocque coming up the ice. Pass to Timon, looking for that lead pass. Was able to be intercepted by the Capitals.
Great defensive play.
Plante now for Rive-Sud with the ring. Off to Lavoie. Lavoie cycles. Pass across, back pass. Looking for the shot. Sylvio with the ring. Capitals will pick that up. Good stick checking by Rive-Sud to recuperate the ring. They regain possession, and there is a delayed penalty call coming to the Eastern Ontario Capitals. Rive-Sud now putting 4 players in the zone. Looking to get a shot off here. Pass to the corner, just missed. Sylvio with the ring. Pass to Lacombe, down to the corner. Beautiful pass, just missed wide of the net. Picked up. Lacombe with the ring, shot just wide.
Very close there.
Vachon. Pass down to the corner, just missed. Going back up top. They're looking to make some room here, but the Eastern Ontario Capitals defense will stick check that ring. They'll get a stoppage of play as the Capitals will head to the penalty box.
Rive-Sud will stay in the offensive zone. They will get another chance here off of the face-off to continue on the offense.
And we've got a penalty coming up to number 10, Geneviève Robichaud for the Eastern Ontario Capitals. 2 minutes. Plante now with the ring. Dishes it off. Eastern Ontario Capitals will pick that up. Good two-man forechecking by Rive-Sud, making it difficult for the Capitals to get out. Plante again now with the ring. Attempts the shot. The goalie will take possession. Dish it off to her defense. Bastien now with the ring. Rive-Sud Cugnal will pick that up. She dishes it into the zone for Bourque. It's Boucher now with the ring.
Lots of offensive time here for Rive-Sud. Good control when the Capitals go to breakout. They're bringing it back in. They're doing some tight defense and maintaining possession.
Keeble with the ring, pass into the middle. Sezia couldn't quite get the shot off. Really good forechecking from Rive-Sud. Sezia will regain the ring. Capitals looking to get into their zone. Not quite able to do that. She'll dump the ring deep.
I think they're looking, that was a lot of time in the defensive zone. I think she was looking to dump the ring to get some fresh legs on the ice while Rive-Sud comes back.
Couple little turnovers in the center ice here. Capitals with the ring. Rive-Sud now. Keeble with the ring. She'll pass it off to Plante. 91 Plante cycling. She'll drop it to Bourque. Just wide of the net. So Plante there went to take the ring, but there was a crease violation that hadn't expired yet, so the ring will go back to the Eastern Ontario Capitals, who are looking to take it up the ice once again.
So with that one, we do have a line violation. Unfortunately, she did not make her pass soon enough, and ref deemed that it was pulled over the blue line. So the ring will go back to Rive-Sud in the offensive zone for another opportunity.
Yeah, and like Ashlyn mentioned, again, Rive-Sud's doing a really great job at keeping possession. We're spending a lot of time in the Rive-Sud offensive zone. Capitals having a bit of trouble getting it out. Number 91 Plante, up to 9 Larocque. Passes to Plante. Tries to make it across.
Good recovery by Bourque.
Yeah, down to Vachon in the corner. Vachon to Larocque. Shot just over the net. Bullet. Strong forechecking. Capitals will get it out. Number 8. Perreault looking to get into the zone.
So here we have a 4-in call. The Capitals got a 4th man into the Ringette zone. Therefore, the ring will go back to Rive-Sud in the center ice. So just a reminder that the line above the 2 offensive circles is the Ringette line. Only 3 players from each team are allowed inside while cycling.
And just under 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Rive-Sud leading 1-0. Cugnal with the ring. Looking to find a pass into the zone. She'll find Keeble. Keeble will dish it off to Lavoie. Bit of a bouncing ring here. Capitals will pick it up. Kelly now passes it to number 31. Rive-Sud regains possession. They'll pass it up. Lavoie with the ring. She'll pass it into Cugnal. Rive-Sud looking to get set up. Got 10 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to need a shot or a reset. Larocque doesn't quite reach the net.
She gets the reset.
She got the reset. That's going to be a penalty coming up to the Eastern Ontario Capitals. Larocque with the shot just over. Rive-Sud now pulling their goalie so they can have a 4th man enter the ice. Into the zone. Goal! Rive-Sud goal scored by number 28, Kellyanne Boucher, on a 4-on-3 for Rive-Sud.
Kellyanne Boucher is a rookie on the Rive-Sud Revolution team coming from Quebec City, and we're going to get a replay on that goal right now.
So Rive-Sud at 4 in the zone. A little corner pass down to Boucher. Made a nice move, and it looks like she slid that in 5-hole.
I believe that was a 5-hole. Yes, very nicely done. Those are really hard for the goalies to save.
Nice goal by Boucher, putting Rive-Sud in the lead 2-0 with 3.5 minutes left to go in the first. Capitals now in the zone. Shot just off the pad of Martel. Rive-Sud picks it up again. Vachon to Dumont. Dumont cycles with the ring. Back to Vachon. Shot just off the goalie's pad, but they'll pick that up. Larocque, shot clock winding down. Gets the reset, but the Capitals will pick it up. Howard with the ring. Capitals having a little bit of trouble gaining possession. Keeble will dish it back out. Larocque, Sezia. Keeble with the ring. Little battle on the boards. Keeble will take it. She'll look to crash, dish it back out to Sezia, 77. Sezia will dish it to the corner to Keeble. She'll get a reset. 77 for Rive-Sud. Pass to Lacombe. She'll break in, try to get the shot off. It'll just go over the net. But Sezia will pick it back up. Lacombe to Larocque. Shot clock winding down. Larocque will take the shot. She'll get the reset. Plante will pick it up. Rive-Sud doing a really good job at picking up their own rebounds. Lots of zone time.
1 minute and 35-ish seconds left in this first quarter.
Boucher with the ring. Capitals will intercept that pass. Robichaud will pass it up the ice to number 14. Capitals looking to break in. They shoot, they score! Goal for the Capitals, number 31.
Beautiful goal. Absolutely beautiful goal.
McDougall.
Lots of speed coming in. We're going to see it here on the replay. All right, so she comes in with a lot of speed, and she's going to shoot from far on that far left side. Hits the inside of the post and trickles in.
First goal for the Eastern Ontario Capitals, number 31, McDougall, putting it 2-1 for Rive-Sud Revolution. Back in the offensive zone for Rive-Sud. It's going to be a penalty coming up. Body contact for Rive-Sud. So number 97, Laurence Lacombe for the Rive-Sud Revolution will head to the penalty box to serve a 2-minute penalty for body contact. The ring will now come down into the Eastern Ontario Capitals offensive zone. Capitals now looking to break in. Shot into the pads of the goalie. Number 3, Rizbud now will pass it up to number 14 for the Capitals. She'll bring the ring into the zone, passing it off to number 7. Perreault now with the ring. Little drop pass. Cooper now looking to get in.
That will be a crease violation. Capital stepped in the crease there, so it's going to go back to the goalie for a goalie ring.
We have Sid trying to come up the ice now. We've got under 10 seconds left to go in the first period. And the Capitals will just run the clock. And that's the first quarter. Rive-Sud leading 2-1 after an exciting first 13 minutes of Ringette. A little bit of back and forth, but a lot of zone time for Rive-Sud. They're really keeping possession in the offensive zone, getting a lot of chances. We'll see what adjustments the Eastern Ontario Capitals make going into this second period. And as a reminder, if you're new here, haven't watched Ringette before, Ringette is played in 4 quarters, so 13 minutes each. And in between the second and third quarter, we will take a 15-minute intermission. But right now, the teams each just get a 2 minutes at their bench. Quick little chat with the coach, reset, and we'll be back on the ice for period number 2.
You know, looking at these two rosters, the Eastern Ontario Capitals, they are a bit of a younger team. Overall, they have newer players to the league, whereas when we look at a team like Rive-Sud, they have a little bit more experience. They have players who have been in the league for 18 years, 14 years. That's a lot of experience. So it definitely is, I'm sure, an adjustment period for the Eastern Ontario Capitals, but they are definitely holding their own out there. 2-1 in the first period. There's plenty of ringette left to see. Very exciting game so far, and hopefully continues that way.
Exactly. Teams will take the ice once again.
So there is still 59 seconds left in the Rive-Sud Revolution penalty. So they will be starting, the Eastern Ontario Capitals will be starting with the advantage of 5 against 4 to kick off this second quarter of the game.
Capitals with the ring.
Lots of speed there coming into the zone.
Number 8 cycling.
Strong shot on net there.
Martel will pick it up. Rive-Sud now breaking up the ice. Lots of speed for Vachon coming in. Good defense by the Capitals, but Vachon will keep the ring, pass it into the center. Goal by number 28, Kellyanne Boucher for the Rive-Sud Revolution, her second goal of the game. Beautiful 5-hole off of a really nice centering pass.
If I don't have it wrong, I think she almost batted that one in. So we'll see that here on the replay. Vachon's going to get it to the front of the net for Kellyanne. Maybe I'm wrong. Regardless, 5-hole goal, very nice.
Beautifully placed. Like we mentioned before, she is a rookie on this team. Already 2 goals this game alone, and she puts Rive-Sud into a 3-1 lead. McDougall with the ring. Passes it off to Kelly. The ring will go back to Martel. Rive-Sud breaking up the ice. Pass picked off.
So that is a line violation. She made a great play by intercepting the pass, but unfortunately she tipped it over the line and tried to pick it up. Regardless, still a very good play. Rive-Sud will be getting that ring in the center ice. Keeble with the ring. Passing down to Lavoie. Lots of pressure from the Capitals. And we're seeing another goal here. 5-hole goal by Camille Lavoie, which is number 99. This makes it 4-1. We're going to get a replay here. Camille going to get that pass from Courtney Keeble. Cutting into the triangle. 5-hole shot. 4-1, 11 minutes and 29 seconds left in the second period.
Capitals now entering the zone. Wong, pass to the corner, just missed by Perreault.
Great opportunity there.
Perreault cycles. Passes now to Cooper. Cooper with the ring, looking for a shot opportunity. Passes across. We've got 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Perreault with the ring, 5 seconds, looking to get a reset.
Good pressure from Rive-Sud there.
The Capitals can't quite get that reset, so the ring will go back to the goalie. Martel. She'll dish it off behind the net. Rive-Sud will come up the ice. Vachon. She'll shoot. Saved by the goalie. Rive-Sud cycling now with the ring. Passed off to Keeble. Rive-Sud making some changes. Keeble will pass across. Sezia will take a shot. Rebound from the goalie. Both teams battling in front to Sezia. Nice save.
Great save out there.
Capitals looking to get it out now.
A bit of a scramble coming out of the zone.
Really good pressure by Rive-Sud. They'll keep possession. Keeble will dish it up. Lots of speed coming in. Penalty coming. Shot wide. And a penalty is coming to the Eastern Ontario Capitals for body contact.
We will get a replay on this.
So we've got a body contact penalty coming to number 9, Grayson Cooper, for the Eastern Ontario Capitals.
Here we go. We'll get to see that. Lacombe coming in with a lot of speed. And we get that body contact there.
So just under 10 minutes in the second. Rive-Sud leading 4-1 now on a power play. Plante with the ring. That'll be picked off by the Capitals, but Rive-Sud will regain possession. Plante again. Drop to Larocque. And we're going to get a penalty coming up to Rive-Sud for interference. So number 12, Sarah Bernard-Lacaille, will head to the penalty box for a 2-minute interference call. It looks like while she was standing just outside the ringette line, she interfered with the Eastern Ontario Capital player entering the zone, which will put the game at 4-4 on the ice. So 4 players each. Rive-Sud still leading 4-1. Capitals will take it in their offensive zone. Risbud with the ring. Dishes it off to Lewis. Molly Lewis cycling. He's looking to get back in. Pass down to the corner. Shot. Martel saves it.
The forward did a good job there, utilizing the defense stepped up. She saw an opportunity to get a low walk. Good try.
A little bit of a mix-up for Rive-Sud. Capitals will pick that off. They'll go back into the zone now. Risbud with the ring. She'll get a shot off goal. Eastern Ontario Capitals number 3, Angeli Risbud, will bring the Capitals up to a 4-2. Beautiful little walk-in.
We'll get to see that goal again. Beautiful shot. Lots of speed coming in. Low. There you go.
A little bit of a 2-on-1. She made a fake to pass, but buried it right in the corner instead. That's number 3, Angeli Risbud for the Eastern Ontario Capitals. 4-2 now with just under 9 minutes to go in the second. Raymond Couturier with the ring. Back pass to Sezia. Sezia is walking in low, gets the shot off just wide of the net. Lavoie cycling across to Sezia. Beautiful pass. Tries to get in. Crease violation. Capitals now coming out with it. Good speed. McDougall passes it in to number 7, Hayami. Down to the corner, just missed. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. She'll pass it up top. Doesn't quite make it to the net, and Rive-Sud will pick that up.
Rive-Sud has really good use of support passes. It really opens up the play.
Larocque with the ring. She'll pass it off to Lacombe. Drop pass to Larocque. She'll cycle, let her forward line mates get in the zone with her. Attempted pass to Cugnal. Lacombe will pick that up though. Pass across to Larocque. Shot just off the post. Robichaud now. Passing it to Howard to try and get it out for the Capitals. Howard with a nice spin move. She dishes it off. Capitals will enter the zone. Shot off.
Very quick goalie ring there.
Yeah. Really quick transition times for Rive-Sud. Vachon now will take the shot. And that's a goal. Goal for Rive-Sud by number 8, Audrey Vachon. Coming in with a lot of speed there.
A lot of speed, and she used the defense standing in front of her, shot between her legs, and got it low to the side.
So we'll see that replayed. She just
right
got a
here.
little pass from Boucher. A lot of speed, placed perfectly in the corner. So she puts Rive-Sud up 5-2. Goal, number 8, Vachon.
6 minutes and 57 seconds left in this second period. Rive-Sud leads.
Capitals looking to get some zone time now. Howard with the ring. She'll come up across the top, pass it down to the corner. Back up to Howard. Little battle here. Howard will come out with it. Pass it off to Perreault. Perreault back to Howard. Howard looking for some room. She's going to drop it. Shot just wide of the net. Rive-Sud will get a quick stick on that. And Rive-Sud will come out with it. We've got Dumont to Sezia. Just misses that. Picked up by number 6, Hayami. Good pressure and good checking by Rive-Sud here. Capitals will keep it though. Hayami still with the ring. She'll pass it up, just intercepted. We've got a penalty coming up to Rive-Sud. Pass to the corner.
Goodness.
Martel's out of the net.
Oh my
She makes the save. Capitals still with the ring. Trying to regroup. That's another penalty coming up to Rive-Sud, if I'm not mistaken. Capitals now have 4 in the zone. Scramble. Lewis with the shot. That comes up. And we'll get the stoppage of play now.
What a crazy play.
Beautiful opportunity for the Capitals. Martel making a save from her stomach. We're going to watch that one again. Little bit of a scramble here. Lewis makes a beautiful move, passes it down to the corner. Martel goes to make the save. She's already down, but she still gets a piece of that ring.
Martel's making it impossible for the Capitals right now.
Good opportunity by Perreault. We're just waiting now to see which of the Rive-Sud players will be heading to the penalty box. And it looks like it'll be number 20, Lauriane Alain for Rive-Sud. And
so it looks like we're going to have an exciting opportunity here. So for those of you who are new, we're going to see a 3-on-2 in the offensive zone. So the Capitals will have 3 forwards and Rive-Sud will have 2 defenders. Very exciting. High chance or high opportunity for a scoring opportunity.
A hooking and a tripping call to Rive-Sud. We have Alain and Camille Dumont sitting in the penalty box. And now we're 3-on-2.
Hopefully the Capitals can capitalize on this.
Kelly with the ring up to Lewis. Picked off by the defense. Great defensive play by Rive-Sud. They're just going to look to kill the clock. She sends it in deep. She goes and she gets the rebound. Great play.
Great strategic play there. Put the ring on the goalie for a reset, and now she's going to try and kill as much time as possible.
Cunyal now. They'll pass it to support. Bernard Lacaille. Great penalty kill so far.
30 seconds off of that penalty kill.
Capitals back in looking to set up and try again. So they'll get their 3. It's up top to Lewis. She'll send it down low. Pass will go across. Defense will kick it into Martel.
A little fall for Sarah there.
Lewis now takes a shot just off the goalie's shoulder. Little battle behind the net. And Rive-Sud will come out with the goalie ring.
Defense are going to try and get a switch there.
We'll send it up to Lavoie. Pass across to Howard. Shot. Saved.
Martel really holding her own in the net there.
Larocque now coming out with it. She'll pass it to Lavoie. Back to Larocque. And they're really going to look now to kill the final 30 seconds of this power play. Doing a great job so far.
30 seconds left in those 2 penalties.
Larocque will send it back to Lavoie. Really taking advantage of the full ice here. Looking for a reset. Larocque will get it. but the Capitals will take possession.
Nice catch by the goalie.
Cooper now with the ring for the Capitals. Passes it into Perreault. They've got 10 seconds left of their 3-on-2. They're going to see if they can get a shot off. She does! She scores! Beautiful top shelf by number 8, Alyssa Perreault. Power play goal for the Capitals, putting them up to 5-3 for Rive-Sud.
We're going to see that again. Beautiful shot coming in. She really takes her time looking for opportunities and places it beautifully over Martel's shoulder.
Yeah, really small opening. She found it, placed it perfectly. That was number 8, Alyssa Perreault. She is a member of the junior Team Canada that will be heading to Finland in just a few days. 5-3 with 3.5 minutes to go in the second.
And that penalty is done for Rive-Sud, so we're at even play on the ice, 5 against 5.
Rive-Sud now Plante. Plante to Vachon. Back to Plante. Passes a little middle, just missed. Capitals will pick that up. Number 2, Law now with the ring. She'll dish it off. Hayami with the ring looking for support. She'll find Law. Tries to pass it up, but Rive-Sud will intercept that. Cunha will pass it in. Rive-Sud cycling now, looking to set up. But it looks like 4 players for Rive-Sud stepped into the zone. So they have that violation. The ring will go back into the center ice for the Eastern Ontario Capitals.
So we do have 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the second quarter of this game. We've got the Capitals at center ice taking the face-off.
Robichaud. She'll pass it in to Mantha. McDougall with a shot. She'll pick it up, but there was a crease violation, so the ring will go back to the Rive-Sud goalie, Martel. She'll dish it off behind the net, and Rive-Sud will look to break up the ice. Bork now. To Keeble. Into Lacombe. Picked off by the Eastern Ontario defense. Mantilla looking to break up the ice. Pass to Risbud. Picked up by Rive-Sud. Raymond Couturier going around the net with the ring. Got just about 1.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Rive-Sud looking to get into the zone. Larocque now with it. Shot clock running out. She's going to look for a shot. She gets one. She scores! Top shelf for number 9, Laurence Larocque for Rive-Sud, putting them up 6-3. Beautiful shot. So we're going to watch that again. Larocque comes across, fakes a drop pass. Great patience and really finds that top corner right over the goalie's shoulder. Beautiful goal. So Larocque with the 6th goal for Rive-Sud. 6-3 with just under 1.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. The Capitals are looking to respond. Cooper with the ring, passes it off, shot just off the goalie. Rive-Sud picking it up, Dumont. She'll pass it up to Vachon. Vachon looking to break free here. She does. She'll find Plante. Plante will back to Vachon. And Rive-Sud looking to set up in their offensive zone. To Plante. To Larocque. Shot, quick shot. Just wide. Didn't quite get the reset on that. Oh, bit of a bounce. Capitals will pick that up. Capitals trying to enter the zone, but couldn't quite find anybody, so Dumont for Rive-Sud will pick that one up. We're at 20 seconds here. Keeble with the ring. She'll dish it to Dumont. Plante now. 15 seconds to go. They're going to look for their shot. Keeble just misses that one. Capitals will pick it up. Amanda Law now for the Capitals breaking out. And that's our time for the second half of the game. And just at the end, it looks like Rive-Sud did take a penalty. So when we come back for the third quarter, they'll be starting with only 4 players on the ice. A slashing penalty coming to number 88, Courtney Keeble, for the Rive-Sud Revolution. Both teams now will head to their locker rooms as the Zamboni will come out. They'll get a bit of a break, and they'll look to recuperate. It is 6-3 for the Rive-Sud Revolution just at halftime now. So we're seeing a lot of great action. Rive-Sud really with a lot of control, a lot of time in the offensive zone. The Capitals at halftime, I'm sure, are going to look to clean up their breakout a little bit. The Revolution is putting a lot of pressure, a lot of checking. They're having trouble. The Capitals are having trouble breaking it out. But we'll see what they can do at halftime to talk about fixing that. And we're going to send it down to the ice for an interview with Emma Kelly.
Hi, everyone. So we're here with Emma Kelly from the Capitals. So it's a close game so far at the half. It's 6-3. Quick goal there at the end by Rive-Sud. What are you seeing in the game that you guys might need to make some adjustments for?
I think our overall possession of the ring needs to be improved on. Also our breakout. I think when we can successfully complete our breakout, the game's kind of completely different. So just emphasizing that in the next half.
And what are you seeing from Rive-Sud that you guys can counter on moving into the second half of this game?
I think their triangle plays pretty wide, so we just have to focus on getting inside of that. We like to play a wide offense, so trying to change up our offensive style to adjust to their triangle would be really beneficial for us.
Awesome. And last question, what is the chatter going to be in the room at halftime right now? Is everything uplifting and you guys are looking to come out strong in the second period?
Definitely.
Second half?
Definitely. We like to eat our candy at halftime, so we'll be enjoying that.
Awesome. Well, enjoy the candy. Good luck in the second half, and we're excited to see how this goes.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll see everyone for the second half of this game of the Rive-Sud Revolution against the Eastern Ontario Capitals. Thank you.
They're just superhumans, and they come from a humble background.
Seeing my sisters make big teams, it made me realize even though we're from this little province, you can make your dreams come true if you work hard.
They just love the game so much.
8 seconds remaining. Snowden with a shot.
This past season, the two of them scored 97 and 96 points each. That's in 24 games.
My earliest memory of Ringette is my dad making an outdoor rink in the backyard.
Our older sisters did not go easy on us. There was no mercy in our family.
She knows what I'm capable of. I know what she's capable of.
So they've always been really close. Moncton sisters ready to take on Ringette World.
All right, in.
This is the game we came here to play, guys. They said that if she got another concussion, she'd better be able to play Ringette again. Oh, nice.
I'm always scared that they don't get hurt.
When we first started the Atlantic Attack, we were at the bottom of the barrel. Now we can actually compete.
People sacrifice a lot for the sport.
I am just realizing now everything that they had to go through in order for us to just play a simple game.
I love you! It's always been about togetherness.
You said it once and you said it before, them Snowdens are not too bad Ringette players.
All very, very good players. All spend a lot of time at the rink. I know that these younger girls will spend a lot of time watching their older sisters play, and it's fun to watch them in a very nice family.
Welcome back. We're here at the Gadbois Sports Complex. We're just watching a couple of the replays from the first half of this very exciting NRL game against the Rive-Sud Revolution against the Eastern Ontario Capitals. We currently see Rive-Sud leading 6-3, and we're watching back here some of the highlights so far. Rive-Sud with a lot of offensive opportunities, but the Capitals still able to hold on here. And we've got the Capitals here showing, we're seeing the replay of a beautiful top shelf goal that was scored on a 3-on-2 power play for the Capitals. When we do come back for the third quarter, the Capitals will still be on a power play, but we're going to go to commercial and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're still here at Montreal's Gadbois Sports Complex. We have a Rive-Sud Revolution facing off against the Eastern Ontario Capitals. We are now at halftime, just less than 2 minutes before the teams will come back on the ice. Rive-Sud leading 6-3 in this very exciting game. And this is the second of 6 games that will be played in Montreal this weekend for the National Ringette League Montreal Hub. We're just going to take a really quick minute to thank our Ringette Canada sponsors. Thank you so much to the Government of Canada, Gatorade, Sports Play, Athena Ringette, all of the team sponsors, and all of you at home watching. Your support for Ringette and for women's sports means a lot to us.
So we'll take a quick minute here while the Zamboni is wrapping up, and we'll do a little, for those of you who are new to Ringette, we'll do a little Ringette 101 for everyone. So Ringette is a team sport. The lines on the ice very much have relevance. So when we look at the blue lines, passes need to be made over the blue line. You cannot carry the ring over the blue line. When we're looking at the goalie creases, that half circle around the goalie crease, that can't be entered by anyone. Once it is, that is considered a crease violation. that red line, the thinner red line across the 2 offensive circles, that is the Ringette line. There, we can only have 3 players from each team inside of the zone. And additionally, my last main point for our Ringette 101 little session is the face-off circles. They have 5 seconds to send off the ring from the face-off. So
we're going to take a quick look at some highlights
here from the first half of our game of the Capitals versus Rive-Sud Revolution. Beautiful save by Martel there.
And we've got another highlight from Laurence Larocque shooting it in top shelf. As we mentioned in the first half, Larocque is a member of Team Canada. Team Canada is going to be heading to Finland in just a few weeks to compete in the World Ringette Championships. And there we're seeing a goal by the Eastern Ontario Capitals. A reminder, the score is 6-3. And that was a goal from Rive-Sud's Boucher, who is on the junior Team Canada. So when we go to the Worlds, we'll have the senior Team Canada as well as the junior Team Canada and a developmental Team Canada. Lots of back and forth. This was a beautiful goal by number 3, Angeli Risbud. And another thing we did mention before, but if you're new tuning in, the Rive-Sud Revolution won bronze last year at the Canadian Ringette Championships. Well, the Eastern Ontario Capitals are a new team in the NRL this season. They used to be named the Nepean Ravens. They did a little bit of a revamp, new jerseys, new name, new logo, and looking to have a fresh start of the season. This is only their second game of the season this year. Well, Rive-Sud has already played 3. Rive-Sud 3-0, looking to take home that 4th win today.
So heading into the second half, we should see some exciting Ringette. The Capitals do have some work to do to catch up to Rive-Sud. But as we both know, Meg, 2 periods of Ringette, 13 minutes each, is plenty of Ringette. We can see absolutely anything happen here.
Lots of time. And in the game that we just watched previously, the last goal was scored with only 9 seconds left. So we have 26 minutes of Ringette. Tons and tons of opportunity for the Capitals to catch up.
Zamboni is wrapping up here on the ice. Both teams are ready to go, so we should be starting relatively quickly. So again, if you're just tuning in, we are about to start the second half, so the beginning of the 3rd quarter of this Montreal hub for the National Ringette League. We've got the Eastern Ontario Capitals in navy blue against the Rive-Sud Revolution in the red. So Rive-Sud is from the South Shore of Montreal, and Eastern Ontario is Eastern Ontario.
They're drawing a lot from the Ottawa region. And Rive-Sud will finish up this game, and like we mentioned, we're in a hub. So the National Ringette League is usually played in what we call hubs, where multiple teams will meet at the same arena over the course of a weekend and play 3 to 4 games. This will help teams really reduce the travel time, as the NRL is spread out all across Canada. And so coming up next in the hub is Rive-Sud Revolution again. They'll have a second game today, facing off against Atlantic Attack. And that will be played at 5 p.m., and then the Eastern Ontario Capitals will play once again tonight as well at 7 p.m. against Montreal Mission. 2 very exciting games, I'm sure.
Our officials are back on the ice. So we have Marc Saint-Hilaire and Vincent Moisan officiating the game today for the Capitals versus the Revolution.
And as always, a big thanks to our officials. It is a thankless job, very hard, and they're doing a fantastic job. All right, Zamboni doors are closing. The teams will head back out on the ice, and we'll get this second half underway.
We will be starting the second half of this game, the 3rd quarter, with Rive-Sud Revolution. We've got Courtney Keeble in the penalty box. So Rive-Sud will be starting yet another period at a disadvantage for Capitals. 5 players on the ice, versus Rive-Sud, 4 players on the ice for the next 2 minutes.
Yep, and talk about every second of Ringette counting. You'll see she's serving the full 2 minutes because she took her penalty in the literal last second of the second quarter. So she'll serve the 2 full minutes. It was, I believe, a holding penalty. Both teams just getting a quick little stretch, a little pep talk from their coaches. They're going to hit the ice. And it looks like the Eastern Ontario Capitals have made a goalie change. So starting in nets for the second half will be number 1, Katrine Gagné. Rive-Sud with the ring, and we're underway.
Rive-Sud will be looking to kill the penalty here, hopefully keeping the ring in the offensive zone while they are at a disadvantage, one less man on the ice.
Boucher with the ring, she'll take a shot. She'll get the reset on that, and Rive-Sud will pick up the ring again. Larocque with the ring. Shot just wide. Rive-Sud doing a good job at picking up their rebounds.
We're waiting for the referees to... Oh, it looks like it's going to be Rive-Sud's ring in the offensive zone, but there is a bit of confusion on the ice.
So, little stoppage of play. What happened here is we have 2 shot clocks, one on each side of the ice. They were just a little bit out of sync, so they're just going to look to fix that up. Rive-Sud will regain possession because they had the ring when the shot clock went off. Sezia now with the ring. She'll cut in. Won't quite get the shot off. Capitals will pick that up. Amanda Law breaking out for the Capitals. Up the ice. Kelly now with the ring. Kelly looking to get a shot. She'll pass to the corner. Nice shot.
Great shot from Molly Lewis.
Yep. And she'll pick that back up. Little battle on the boards here. Rive-Sud will come out with a goalie ring. Lavoie coming up the ice with the ring for Rive-Sud. Pass intercepted, but Rive-Sud still picks it up. Oh! Little collision into the boards here. Looks like everybody's okay.
All right, we're going to see this one again. Vachon looking to make that pass.
We had a pass to Camille Dumont quite close to the boards.
It's good to see that she skated away.
Yeah, the Capitals will take a penalty on that. Number 31, Molly McDougall, will get a 2-minute penalty for body contact.
So always looking for safety in Ringette. Anything too close to the boards and anything in the numbers, typically you will draw a penalty.
And while we are a non-contact sport, I think a lot of the players will argue that we do face a fair amount of contact. But like Ashlyn said, anything in the boards, anything close to the numbers, they're going to call that. We want to make sure everybody's as safe as possible.
Rive-Sud with the ring here in the offensive zone.
Each team now serving a penalty, so we've got 4-on-4. Shot off from Vachon, saved, almost kicked into the net by Plante. But the Capitals goalie will pick that up. Capitals breaking up the ice. Throw falls, ring goes down deep.
We have a player down behind the boards. So we're going to take a second here. It looks like they are placing the ring in the defensive zone for Rive-Sud to take a face-off.
Typically when we have a player injury or a stoppage of play due to a player down, the ring will go back to whichever team had possession when the whistle was blown.
So in this case, Rive-Sud will take the ring in their defensive zone.
Looks like everyone's okay.
Again, always good to see the player that went down skate off the ice. Typically a good sign, and hopefully she's doing all right.
So we're 2 minutes in now to the third quarter. Still 6-3 for Rive-Sud. Both teams haven't gotten as much zone time as we've seen them have before, so we're looking for one of the teams to set up in the offensive zone and really get some scoring opportunities going. Boucher now for Rive-Sud with the ring. Pass picked off, but she'll regain possession. She'll take a shot. Saved. Gagne will dish it out. Pass to Cooper. Cooper looking to get a pass into the zone. She'll find number 16. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. The Capitals need a shot here. Cooper with the ring. She tries to break in. She does get the shot off into the pads of Martel. Martel will dish it off. And Rive-Sud's coming back up the ice. Boucher to Alain. Alain to Larocque. Larocque cycles now as her line mates take the ice. She'll pass it across. Vachon with the ring. Shot clock winding down. Shot. Good shot, and Rive-Sud will pick up the rebound. Plante now.
That's a full shot clock there available to Rive-Sud.
Plante looking for a pass to Larocque. Back down to Vachon. Back up to Larocque. Quick shot. Saved. Gagne will get her goalie ring. Capitals trying to come out with it, but really good pressure from Rive-Sud. We've got 2-on-1 checking. Rive-Sud will come out with it. Vachon to Larocque. Larocque will drop it back to Plante. Plante just fanned on that, but picked up by her Rive-Sud teammate. Lacombe with the ring. Backhand pass. Capitals will pick that up. They're looking to break out of the zone. Rive-Sud still putting on really close pressure. Bastien with the ring for the Capitals. She'll pass just wide of Lewis, so that'll go over 2 blue lines.
So the 2-line rule, oh, nice shot. 2-line rule here in Ringette, when you place a pass over the 2 lines, the other team needs to pick up the ring.
Good speed coming into the zone for Rive-Sud. Lavoie, she'll get checked off the ring.
We will have a crease violation, so the ring will go back to Rive-Sud in the offensive zone.
And I'm noticing from both teams now, they're coming out with a lot of speed in this third. They're really looking to get those transitions cleaned up in the center ice zone, but lots of speed coming in. Larocque will dish it off. Boucher with the ring. Larocque just missed that pass. Capitals will break up the ice. Risbud with the ring. That pass gets broken up. Good checking by the Capitals. Lewis now looking for a shot. She gets it. Goalie save, but she does draw the penalty. So penalty coming to Rive-Sud for cross-checking.
The ring will go to the Capitals in the offensive zone for an opportunity, hopefully, to get a goal here.
So we have number 9, Laurence Larocque for Rive-Sud, serving a 2-minute penalty for cross-checking. So we'll
and
see
here
that
we
again.
go. We're going to see.
Lewis makes a good move,
There
got
you
the shot
go.
off, but just as she got the shot off, she went down.
So on that
drawing a
replay,
penalty.
you see there that Laurence has her hands up and she extends her arm. That's where the penalty comes from.
Howard with the shot just wide. Perreault will pick that up. Looking to crash in. Good defensive triangle for Rive-Sud. Cugnal now for Rive-Sud with the ring. Coming up the ice to Keeble. Keeble will send it into Lavoie. Keeble now cycling.
Looking for a pass option.
To Lavoie. Tried to get the quick shot, just missed that one. Keeble will regain possession, but 5 seconds on the clock. She's looking for the reset, doesn't get it. Capitals will take the ring up the ice. She's going to send that in deep for Mantha. Good defensive play by Raymond Couturier for Rive-Sud. Broke that up. Capitals still with possession now. Number 9, Cooper. Bourque now with the ring for Rive-Sud. Vachon.
So still 45 seconds left on the Rive-Sud penalty for Larocque.
Rive-Sud looking to make some changes. Vachon looking for a shot. She finds it. She scores. Goal by number 8, Audrey Vachon. Her second goal of the game. Came right across and tucked that into the low corner. She puts Rive-Sud up to a 7-3 lead with just over 6.5 minutes left.
Here's the replay. So she's going to get across and she's going to shoot far post low on the close to the ice.
She did a really good job at making sure that the defense for the Capitals was acting as sort of a screen for the goalie. I don't think the goalie could see very much. Tucked it right into the corner. Very nice goal by number 8, Vachon.
Nice defensive play by Vachon there.
Rive-Sud coming in with speed. Dumont with the ring.
Good to see Dumont back in the game. She was one of the players that went down earlier.
Lavoie cycling. She tries to cut through. Bernard Lacaille will pick it up. We need a reset here for Rive-Sud. Plante will get the reset, but the Capitals will gain possession. We do have a goalie violation, so it looks like the goalie was not able to get the ring out of her crease in the 5 seconds that she's allotted, so the ring will go back to Rive-Sud in their offensive zone. And we're just about halfway through the third quarter. 7-3 Rive-Sud.
Keeble with the ring.
Keeble to Lavoie. Tries to pass it through, but can't quite get it through the skates of the Capitals player. Cugnal for Rive-Sud will pick that up. She'll dish it across. Pass across, quick shot, just wide of the net from Lavoie. Lacombe will pick that up. Pass again to Lavoie, just missed.
Lots of pressure from Rive-Sud.
Yeah, McDougall now for the Capitals with the ring. She'll send it in deep. Battle for the ring here. Capitals will come out with it. Capitals looking now to set up a scoring opportunity. Howard with the ring. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. She'll need to get a shot or a reset. Howard looking. Couldn't get the first shot through, makes it through, does get the shot. Picked up by Martel, the goalie. She'll throw it to Raymond Couturier for Rive-Sud. Dropped to Larocque. Up to Bourque, back to Raymond Couturier. She's touched the ring, she can't pick it up over the blue line, but Bourque will come pick it up for her. Perreault now for the Capitals will take it.
Just a few missed spears here from Rive-Sud, not allowing them to move up the ice.
Quite a bit of back and forth in the central zone here. Looking to see one team gain possession. Rive-Sud will come out with it. Larocque to Boucher. Spinorama, she'll shoot. Law fighting on the boards for the Capitals with the ring. Larocque comes out with it for Rive-Sud. Pass into the middle. Boucher couldn't quite get that shot off.
Crease violation there. The ring's going to go back to the Capitals.
Goalie ring goes high. Capitals will get it in the zone. 31 McDougall. Lots of pressure from the Rive-Sud defense on her. Lewis now has the ring. She'll pass it across. Looking to get a shot off, just over the net.
Great move by Kelly stepping in on the defense there.
Capitals got the reset and they regained possession, so they got 30 seconds in the offensive zone. Robichaud now with the ring.
Little center switch there, Larocque for Keeble.
Robichaud drops it to McDougall. She'll pass it across. Shot off. Rive-Sud trying to get out of the zone. Good pressure from McDougall.
Great use of support passes.
Dumont now with the ring. Another support pass. Rive-Sud will send it in to Sezia. Wow, very nice pass. She's alone in front of the net. Doesn't get the shot off in time.
So what we saw here was great pressure from the Capitals. Really slowed down Rive-Sud and forced them to use up the entire shot clock, which is why the Capitals ended up with the ring.
And now Rive-Sud forcing really good pressure on the boards. They get the ring back. Pass across to Cugnal. She makes a move. Backhand. Just off the goalie. Roby show now for the Capitals coming up the ice. And when you see the ref's arm going in and out, the ref is counting 5 seconds, meaning the opposing team stepped in the crease. So the team with the ring has 5 guaranteed seconds, where if the other team touched the ring, it would go back to them. It was a crease violation. Good interception from Rive-Sud. She taps it into Cugnal. Cugnal to Plante. Right across, doesn't quite make it through. Vachon with the ring. She makes a move. She's inside. Can't get the shot off. But she will draw a penalty. So penalty coming up to the Eastern Ontario Capitals for hooking.
So what we saw there was Vachon trying to get in the middle. And unfortunately, the Capitals player, we're going to see it right here. Vachon's going to step in. And number 16 gets her stick just a little too high on Vachon, which is where we're going to see the hooking call.
So for the Eastern Ontario Capitals, number 16, Brooke Vacillation, sitting for a 2-minute penalty hooking. Rive-Sud now on the power play. Still 7-3 with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lacombe with the ring, down to Lavoie. Lavoie cycles. Looking for a shot. To Lacombe across. She breaks in, dishes it out to the side. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Sezia's looking for something. Can't quite get it to the net.
And that's the shot clock run out, and the ring goes back to the Capitals. Quick goalie ring.
Wong now for the Capitals trying to come out with it. She'll pass it, but the Rive-Sud is there to pick it off. Raymond Couturier passes it in to Lavoie. She'll take her time to set up and let her forward line mates join her. Across, just missed, but picked up by Larocque. Larocque looking for a pass. Good shot just off the goalie's pads.
That'll get them a reset if they can come out with this ring. There you go.
Again, really good pressure from Rive-Sud for checking. They're really on their rebounds quickly. Vachon now, number 8 with the ring. Sorry, that was Larocque. Number 9 now to Vachon. Back to Larocque. She'll get the shot just into the pads of the goalie. Capitals looking to break out. Bastien tries to make the pass. Rive-Sud picks it off. But we're getting a penalty to Rive-Sud. So we've got a slashing call coming up.
It looks like it's going to Audrey-Anne Plante, their team captain.
So number 91 for Rive-Sud, Audrey-Anne Plante, will serve 2 minutes for slashing. Both teams now serving a penalty. So we have 4-on-4 Ringette for the next 30 seconds. Only 26 seconds left to go in the quarter, though.
Ring in the offensive zone for the Capitals.
Risbud dishes it off. Back pass to Risbud. Across to Lewis. Little battle for the ring here. Capitals come out with it. 10 minutes left on the clock. Capitals are going to look for one last chance. They're not going to get it. Vachon with the ring. Shoots it in deep. And that's the end of the third. 7-3 for Rive-Sud Revolution against the Eastern Ontario Capitals.
We're seeing lots of pressure from Rive-Sud. Capitals as well, but they're having a little bit more trouble keeping possession of the ring in the offensive zone to get those scoring opportunities.
Yeah, in terms of offensive zone plays, Rive-Sud is definitely coming out with more time in their offensive zone. the Capitals haven't been able to get as many scoring opportunities. They're spending a lot of time in transition as opposed to set up in the offensive zone. And Rive-Sud is really taking advantage of the time and space that they have.
Anything's possible. There's still 13 minutes left of Ringette. I think we can both agree we've seen a lot of goals in a short period of time. So we're hoping for the best for the Capitals and hopefully bring this game a little bit closer.
Yeah, we'll see what they come out with. They've got about 20 seconds to regroup. Last minute words of wisdom from their coaches. And they've got 1 period of left of Ringette to play.
So 1 period left, like you said. Then we're going to have a little break in our day, and we're going to come back around 5 p.m. for the next game. So game number 3 of the Hub in Montreal here for the National Ringette League.
So we'll see Rive-Sud face off again in 5 hours from now against the Atlantic Attack.
Another good matchup that we should see.
So both teams serving a penalty for Ringette, but the Eastern Ontario Capitals will be back to full force in just 3 seconds on a power play for 1.5 minutes if they can capitalize on that.
And if you're looking for something to do in the Montreal region this evening, we've got 2 more games set up. We've got one at 5 p.m. and one at 7 p.m. at the Gadbois Center in Montreal. Here
Capitals
we go for period 4. For the Capitals versus Rive-Sud Revolution.
Lewis passes it in. McDougall now with the ring for the Capitals. Kelly passes to the corner. Scores! Goal for the Eastern Ontario Capitals. Beautiful cross-crease pass.
Quick goal to start the period. Great way to gain momentum.
That's another goal for number 31, Molly McDougall, off of a beautiful cross-crease corner pass from Emma Kelly, I believe. We're going to get the replay now.
Pass down to the corner. Beautiful one-timer. Very hard for Martel to try and save that.
Yep, Kelly to McDougall, putting the Capitals in a shorter deficit, 7-4 now. Rive-Sud leading, lots of time left on the clock. Sylvio trying to make it through. Amanda Law for the Capitals, breaking up the ice with the ring. And Rive-Sud's picking that up. We're coming back Rive-Sud's way. Lavoie now for Rive-Sud with the ring. She'll pass it into Sylvio. Larocque now. She'll wait for Rive-Sud to get the line change. Shot clock running out. She did get the reset. So what happened there is she went for the reset, but I believe it got stuck on the side of the net. So the reset was good, but as soon as the ring is in the netting, the play has to be killed. So it will go back to Rive-Sud because they did have possession and they did get a reset.
So we've seen a few times now Laurence taking a shot from center from the faceoff. Let's see if she does this again.
She does.
There you go.
Rive-Sud trying to get it back in. Battle on the boards here. Capitals come out with it. Number 8, Perreault. She'll give a support pass. Strong forechecking. Vachon with the shot.
Vachon looking to get a hat trick today, it seems like. Crease violation. The ring will go to Rive-Sud. So a Capitals player must have stepped into the goalie crease. Therefore, the ring will go back to Rive-Sud to set up for another opportunity.
Yeah. And something we've been seeing all game is the really strong forechecking by Rive-Sud. As soon as the Capitals have the ring, they've got 2 players on them, making it hard for them to get out of the zone. Larocque now is going to pass it up to Vachon. Pass down to the corner, just picked up by the Eastern Ontario defense.
Great defensive play.
Larocque still comes out with it. She'll drop it to Vachon. Vachon, not much space here.
Defense doing a good job at keeping them to the outside.
Shot clock running out. She shoots wide. Goal! Rive-Sud with the goal off of the rebound from the goalie. That's number 28, Kellyanne Boucher. We're going to see it again. I believe that's a hat trick for her.
There we go.
So we've got Lavoie trying to get the reset, misses wide. Larocque now needing a reset. She gets it. Reset comes off the goalie, and Kellyanne Boucher is there to bat it in. That's her third goal for the rookie of Rive-Sud, putting them up 8-4.
Very impressive. That's why it's always important to have a player in front of the net for those rebounds. Capitalize on those opportunities.
All right, Capitals now. Perreault with the ring, passes it off to the corner. Shot clock winding down. They get the reset.
Capitals looking to challenge the goal that just happened against them.
Shot to the goalie. Martel now with the ring, goalie ring.
Martel having a very strong game.
Yeah. Lavoie breaking up the ice. She passes it to Keeble, back to Lavoie. Good give and go. Lacombe now with the ring. She tries to pass it across, doesn't get through, but she picks up her own rebound. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Lacombe looking to get in. She spins. The Capitals will pick that up. Perreault will pass it in to Bastien. She won't keep control of that. Rive-Sud will take it. Lavoie now. Little support pass to her defense. Rive-Sud making some line changes. Now Larocque coming out with it. Plante, 91 for Rive-Sud. Back to Larocque. She's breaking through. She shoots. Deflected. Plante with the ring again to Larocque. Quick shot. Another goal for Kellyanne Boucher of Rive-Sud Revolution. That is her 4th goal for the rookie. Number 28 off of a pass from number 9, Laurence Larocque, putting Rive-Sud in the lead 9-4. We're going to see that again.
And we'll see this here. Plante to number 9, Larocque. Looking for the quick pass to Kellyanne. Beautiful goal.
Really great release time on that. She speared it, and it was off her stick in less than a second. She's having a great game. So now 9-4 in the 4th quarter with under 10 minutes to go. We're just at the 9-minute mark. Rive-Sud really picking up the speed here.
So we're going to have a line violation here. As we've mentioned, the blue line. Pass needed to be made over, but their Rive-Sud's captain, Audrey-Anne Plante, unfortunately touched the ring on both sides. The ring will go back to the Capitals in the offensive zone for another opportunity to close the gap.
Risbud now for the Capitals, passes it to Kelly. Kelly looking to get a shot. Good sticks by the defense of Rive-Sud. Kelly still with the ring, down to the corner. Tries to go back to Kelly, but Risbud picks that one up. Little scramble for the ring. Rive-Sud's going to come out with it. Risbud looking to take a shot. Can't get the shot off. Rive-Sud picks that up. Alain. They're going to pass it in deep. Sezia is going to pick that up for Rive-Sud.
Some changes for Rive-Sud coming, getting some fresh legs.
We've got Vachon now with the ring. Drops it to Plante, looking for the reset. She gets it, but the goalie will keep possession. Goalie ring goes right to Rive-Sud. Pass out front, just missed that one. Bourque now with the ring to Plante. Drops it. Boucher tried to do the backhand pass, but the Capitals broke that one up. Plante still regains possession for Rive-Sud. Boucher, center pass, shot. Good save by the goalie. Back out to Plante, tries to shoot again, gets the reset.
Seven minutes and 30 seconds left here in the 4th quarter of the game.
Audrey-Anne Plante for Rive-Sud with the ring. Tries to make the pass, but Capitals are going to pick that one up. And Rive-Sud regained possession. They're looking to get some fresh legs on the ice. Vachon now with the ring, waiting for her forward line mates to join her. Lavoie with the ring. Shot clock winding down. She'll drop it to Sezia. Sezia just misses that one. Capitals will take it. Robichaud fighting on the boards. Both teams fighting hard to see who will come out with it. It's the Capitals. Robichaud now. She'll make a little bounce pass to herself. Can't quite pick it up. Sezia will get that for Rive-Sud. She'll cut to the middle. Doesn't make it through, but she will draw a penalty. So Rive-Sud now looking to have 4 in the zone to set up a quick 4-on-3.
We have Larocque joining them on the ice.
Delayed penalty coming to the Capitals. Cugnal now with the ring. Backhand to Lacombe. Down to the corner. Beautiful pass. Just missed that one. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Sezia gets the reset, but Capitals will get possession. And the Eastern Ontario Capitals will get a body contact penalty.
And we'll be seeing that here in the replay. Sezia cutting in. Just a little too strong on the body contact, which is where the penalty came from for number 7.
Tia Mantilla for the Eastern Ontario Capitals serving her 2-minute penalty. Just under 6 minutes to go. 9-4 for Rive-Sud. Plante now with the ring to Larocque. Larocque to Plante. Plante looking to break through the triangle. Can't get the ring through. Capitals will break that up. Capitals coming up the ice. Lewis now breaking in with a lot of speed. Shot just wide.
Looks like if I'm seeing that properly, I think that is a 4 in the zone for Rive-Sud, and the ring will go to the Capitals in the offensive zone.
Capitals on the power play looking to get some goals here to reduce the score gap. Lewis with the ring cycling behind the net. She'll pass it across to Risbud. She'll get the shot off. Great shot. Saved
Beautiful
by Martel.
shot.
They get the reset, so the little battle for the ring and the boards here. Capitals will come out with it. Lewis tries to get it down to the corner. A little bit of a bouncing ring. Both teams battling hard here to come out with it. Capitals again. Wong with the ring. Tries to get the shot off, but really good pressure from Rive-Sud.
Rive-Sud is relentless. They're not giving up.
Rive-Sud now breaking up the ice. Lavoie. Raymond Couturier.
Rive-Sud getting some changes.
Yeah. Keeble to Lavoie. Pass across to Keeble. Tries to get that pass through.
And we have a crease violation. The ring will go back to Rive-Sud.
So when the pass was intercepted, even though the Capitals intercepted the pass, there was a delayed crease violation. So the referee was counting down 5 seconds. And if the Capitals had touched it in any of those 5 seconds, the ring would go back to Rive-Sud, which is what we're seeing now. Keeble with the ring. She'll pass it off to Lavoie. Lavoie cycling. Gets a shot. Oh, just off the post, I think. Good opportunity for Rive-Sud.
I didn't see the call, but it looks like the ring is going back to Rive-Sud. That was a very close call, though. Maybe slightly inside post, but for a goal to count, it needs to go completely across the line. So we're going to see that shot again from Lavoie.
Nice
there
shot.
You go.
Ring bounced out, yeah. Pass into the middle. Capitals coming out with it now. Kelly with the ring, trying to find some support. A lot of pressure. She finds her support pass. Capitals having some challenges getting the ring out of their zone because of Rive-Sud's really close and aggressive forechecking. They'll send it in deep. They'll get their forward line out there. Right in. Oh, good attempt. Got a delayed crease violation. That runs out. Kelly picks it up. It just gets checked off the ring. Bork now for Rive-Sud. Ring passed up. Lavoie will pick it up. Get it into the zone for Boucher. Larocque with the ring. She'll pass it across. Vachon tries to slide it in. Saved by Gagné.
Recovered by Rive-Sud.
Again. Vachon with the goal. That is a hat trick for number 8, Audrey Vachon for Rive-Sud. Putting Rive-Sud up 10-4 with 2.5 minutes left in this game. So we're going to see that one again.
Yeah. So pass over here to Vachon, who just slides it on the floor. Beautiful shot. Third goal of the day for her.
Yeah. And that whole line, Vachon, Boucher, and Larocque, really up there with the goals today. Really good offense from Rive-Sud. We'll see how the Capitals can respond. Shot just wide of the net. Number 8, Perreault picks that up. Passes it up to Howard. Howard back to Perreault. Looking for the shot. She gets it just into the pads of Martel. Martel dishes it off to Larocque, who is now going to break up the ice for Rive-Sud. Rive-Sud to Vachon. Vachon in deep to Boucher. Boucher to Cugnal. Just can't quite get a handle on that one. But it looks like there was a crease violation, so Rive-Sud will regain possession in the offensive zone. We have 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Rive-Sud leading 10-4. Lacombe. Dished off to Keeble. Keeble cycles. Down to Lacombe. Across to Keeble. And I believe that was another crease violation, so the ring will go to the Capitals goalie. Capitals coming up the ice. They'll send it in deep to Lewis. And we have a penalty coming up. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, we have a goalie ring. So the ring's going to the Rive-Sud goalie. She'll dish it off. Lavoie now. She'll do a support pass to Dumont, who's going to bring the ring up the ice. Dumont having some trouble. Good pressure from the Capitals, so they'll get possession there. The ring will go to the Capitals in their zone. We've talked about it before. We have a move it or lose it rule. So number 7, Dumont for Rive-Sud, had the ring on her stick but wasn't keeping her feet moving fast enough, was pinned up against the boards. That will go back to the Capitals, but we do have a timeout now. So both teams 1 minute timeout. We have just under a minute remaining in the game. Capitals with the ring in the offensive zone. I think they're going to look to pull their goalie and attempt a power play. And during this timeout, just as a reminder, we are taking a little break after this, but there is tons of ringette left to be played this weekend. The Rive-Sud Revolution will play again in just a few hours at 5 o'clock here, so be sure to tune into that one. That will be a great game for Rive-Sud against the Atlantic Attack. Rive-Sud looking to get their 4th win, 4th game of the season, looking to keep that record going. So unfortunately a violation for the Capitals there. It goes back to a goalie ring for Rive-Sud. She'll try to dish it out. It'll go to the Eastern Capitals player. She'll take a shot. Saved. Martel dishes it out. Capitals put their goalie back on the ice. Boucher now. Pass. The Capitals had too many players on the ice. So they had an illegal substitution. I believe they put their goalie back on without taking someone off. But yes, the call is too many players on the ice. So Emma Kelly, number 17 for the Capitals, will go to serve at 2 minutes. 30 seconds remaining. Rive-Sud possession. Rive-Sud's going to look to control the last 30 seconds of this game. Plante dishes it out to Larocque. Larocque back to Plante. Plante will send it in deep to Larocque. They're looking just to kill the clock. They've got 1 possession left. Substantial lead. Plante gets in front of the net. Gets a great shot off. And we've got 10 seconds remaining. Larocque will pick that up. 7 seconds. She'll make her way to the net. She'll shoot. She'll score. That's the hat trick for number 9, Laurence Larocque, with 4.6 seconds left in the game. And Rive-Sud will take this game 11-4. So on the Rive-Sud bench, we have 3 players with hat tricks. Larocque escapes the defender there, makes her way alone to the front of the net and just slides it in. And that's the final buzzer. Rive-Sud wins 11-4 over the Eastern Ontario Capitals. Great game, great job for Rive-Sud remaining undefeated in the season so far. And we'll just take a quick minute to once again thank our Ringette Canada sponsors, the Government of Canada, Gatorade, Sportsplay, Athena Ringette, all of the team sponsors, and everyone at home watching today. We have full stands and lots of viewers at home. Your support for Ringette, your support for women's sports is very encouraging. We thank you for being here. We hope you'll tune in for the rest of the games in this hub. We've got 2 more games tonight at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. So both these 2 teams that are on the ice now will play again tonight. Make sure to tune in to watch and support them. And we're going to throw it down soon for a final interview. And then we're going to take a little break before the action continues. And if you like what you're seeing and you tune in for the rest of the hub, there's just a reminder that the World Ringette Championships are coming up, being held in Finland at the very beginning of November. A lot of the players that you're going to see in the hubs this weekend are participating in these games, in these World Championships. And that will be the best Ringette in the world. So make sure to tune in to watch, support the Canadian athletes. It'll be a great show. And we're going to now have an interview with one of the Rive-Sud Rive-Sud captains. Down to them.
Excellent. Sarah, congratulations on the win. Very exciting. So other than the win, what are some positive takeaways for the team today?
So I don't know if you've noticed, but we have one of our players that scored 4 or 5 goals, and she is our only rookie this year. So I think it's safe to say we have Demidov on our team this year.
That's amazing. We did notice. Super amazing job by the rookie. We're very excited to see that. So shifting into your next game in just a couple hours at 5 p.m., how will the game plan change for you guys, if at all?
Yeah, so we're playing a team that has a lot more experienced girls for Atlantic than the Capitals. The Capitals are quick. They have a high energy, but there's differences in the play for the Atlantic. So I think our triangle will have to be a bit more tighter than it was this game to make sure we don't have passes that cross in the triangle.
That's awesome. Well, best of luck, and best of luck to Rive-Sud and the rest of your season. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you back at 5 p.m. for the next game. Back up to Meg.
So we'll take a few minutes to watch the highlights from this game before we take our little break. And here we go. So this was the first goal of the game from Audrey Vachon, sliding it in low corner. Beautiful shot. And Vachon was one of the players on Rive-Sud with a hat trick. And the Ontario's goal with a beautiful cross-crease pass. And now we're seeing, again, we're going to come up and see one of the goals from Kellyanne Boucher, who we just heard about again. The only rookie to Rive-Sud this season. They have a very experienced team, but their one new addition is starting off her season with a bang. She got 4 goals tonight, and that's another one of her goals, tucking it in just inside the post. Beautiful quick release. And we're going to watch the last goal from Vachon. So that was a very exciting 11-4 game, lots of really nice offensive plays. And thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed.